It's January 2017, the 7th. Recently, late December, I started revamping my workshop. Putting a lot of Festool tools, getting rid of some of the older stuff. And I'm remodelling the area to make it a little bit neater. One of the main problems I've got is an excess of wood. So you can see I've had all this wood in the workshop which is just taking up space and not allowing any room for me to do anything. So the idea is to rebuild workbenches around the edge, reusing as much of this wood as possible to get it out of the way. So far, all I've done is I've put in some cabinets for Festool cases and bought a Capex saw. I'm in the process now of building a miter saw stand for it. I haven't gone for enclosed cupboards because I want space here for the vacuum cleaner and my tool trolley so they can roll under. Here this is going to be shelves, but I'm not going to enclose the front of the cupboard because I'm going to want swift access, and a corner cupboard will go there. Then I'll build a new drill press stand and probably modify the cabinet that it's standing on. The wheels on that have lost their rubber, so that needs to be, at least needs new wheels. You can see again stacks of wood up against the lathe. I just can't use the lathe because of all the wood. The fan there is going to go on the wall. Air compressor, there's no room for that in here at the moment, so hopefully I'm going to get rid of those cabinets down there and squeeze the air compressor in there. Then I'll come onto the workbench and I'm going to put a support wing at the side of the workbench here and an outfeed table, a small outfeed table at the back of it. I was thinking of buying a new saw bench. Now the height adjustment doesn't lock anymore on this, so what I've had to do is put a hockey strap or a bungee cord or whatever you people call it on there to keep it moving downwards. I don't have a pug called Barry, but I do have a puppy called Steel. Hello, Steel. I know, there's no room for you in here at the moment, is there, mate? Come on then, let's go. G'day again, Darren. 29th of January 2017. Okay, a bit of an update on how the workshop's coming along. You can see I've done the drop saw bench there with the Capex or Capex. A little bit disappointed with the dust extraction. I don't know what I've done wrong. I'm not getting the dust extraction I was expecting. What I have done, in an effort to get some sort of dust removal from the surfaces, I've added a couple of holes, 5 to be exact, here and here, and a 6th one which goes down into the saw itself. Maybe I've overdone the holes, but I have tried filling those holes and that hasn't helped, but never mind. You can also see I've made a new drill press table with a movable fence and some lockdowns. And a little thing I found with the lockdowns I never thought of until after I'd built them, you can actually use them just for holding wood against the fence, just with the rounded part of the back of the base here, and hold the timber against the wood as it slides through. I did that yesterday as I was drilling this here for my screwdriver bits, which is part of my drill bit organiser, and my set of drawers over there next to the drill press. One thing I have done wrong is I haven't left these gaps quite big enough for extracting the bit. These are a bit too narrow for my fingers. So now I've got to take all the drill bits back out and make these bits a bit bigger. Okay, above the drill press table is my old wood storage rack. In fact, this whole rack used to just be wood storage. I want to put cupboards up there, but obviously I need some wood storage as well. I think maybe a compromise. I think maybe a row of short, narrow cupboards, and then wood storage on top of those cupboards is probably the ideal compromise there. I've got to organise some dust extraction for my big boy belt sander. And as you can see, in the process of building this to, in theory, help clear up all the scrap wood, I've somehow ended up with slightly more. Well, it's not somehow, obviously I needed the parts to build benches. So I've got a whole extra stack of wood, and I haven't really touched this stuff in here. So I have got a lot of wood to organise and throw out in some cases. Down here is steel. Hello, steel. Sit, steel. Sit. Hey, hey, sit. Good, good boy. Good boy. Yeah. He doesn't come in here when the machines are on. I'm just tidying up at the moment. It's too loud in here for when the machines are on. I've solved my drill bit extraction problem from my drill bit organiser with magnets out of a hard drive. I don't know if I'm going to be able to hold the camera and do this at the same time, because I was using my other hand to block the drill bit section next to it as I picked up the group of drill bits. But here we go, I'll see if I can do it. Yeah, there we go. And put that in the queue over here next to the other one. Grab another magnet and do it again. There's one reason not to leave your wood sitting too long. I moved some of my wood that hasn't moved for a couple of years and disturbed an ant's nest. There are ants everywhere. Look at that. So off to get some spray.